Alrighty, there we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Metaphor.
Let's go.
Last time I did do as I said and ran around a bit at that one crystal. I did find a way to get our freaking MP back.
What now?
Yeah, as you recall, I was like, wait, I could have swore there was like some way for Mage to help get MP back when I was looking at Hulkenberg. But apparently there wasn't anything there, and yes, everybody's got all the different archetypes equipped now. Well, that, let's see, is different on Rion. Yeah, there it is. In overworld combat, recovers MP each time an enemy is stunned or defeated. So, yeah, that's how that works. Very useful. Oh yeah, and I did end up getting... Where are you more? There you are. Yeah, I got his rank too. He now wants Gunner. We have to actually study that before we're allowed to move forward with him. Thankfully, rank 3 is when we get access to like the mid-tier classes, so it doesn't take too much to actually hit those. Hitting up the final classes though, that takes a bit as I recall. So what's everyone getting for rank 2s? Use mag costs. Oh yeah, that's right. For some reason, like Seeker is like, I don't know how to put this. Like, it's faster for picking up certain things. Like, yeah, like the ability to increase the inheritance slots on 2. Most other classes get that at 4. It's weird. And yes, Rion is actually very far along in Healer now. We got him up to 16 in Warrior. So he could actually class up fairly quickly once we get access to that. Hulkenberg is definitely behind in Knight, but that's because I also ranked her up to 10 in Mage. Since if we go to... We have access to this in the menu now. If we go to her Knights, you can see over here that in order to get her second Knight class unlocked, we need to get her follower up to rank 3, and we also need to get Knight to 20 and Mage to 10. So, yeah. Oh wait, I didn't give her Warrior? Huh.
I see. Fascinating. This, right? All right. I'm counting on you. Of course.
We got plenty of mag now. I don't really remember having much issues with mag until like the very end, but that was also partly because I used up all my like hero essences, etc. for leveling stuff up. What we got bot on her, which I think bot's actually we should probably go with perfect punch, honestly. I remember that like for when we're fighting the boss of all this, that he is like vulnerable. Oh yeah, that's right. I did that to have a cheaper healing option on Rion than Medi.
All right.
But and yeah, I'm not going off of healer on Rion.
I see the enemy.
As long as we're careful.
Perhaps the equal level with them. Anyway, I'm still trying to level up healer on Rion. Basically, like, the next couple of areas we're not allowed to use either mage or healer, which is part of one of the things why they're, well, leveling up now, and also why Hulkenberg did her mage grinding earlier. Well, off-stream. Earlier off-stream, yeah. Now we get to make the climb again. Now that I think about it, is it really that much of a spoiler to say we're going to be fighting the goddamn human down there? Is anybody going to be surprised if I told you that, yeah, that's going to be the boss of after we beat up Zorba? I mean, they keep pointing it out. It's right there. They prominently show it off as we're running up the stairs to go confront Zorba. Thankfully, after the Zorba fight, we do get a full, like, HP MP recovery, so it's not that bad. But still, nothing to worry about.
At last.
Yeah. This is the royal scepter, is it? Divine relic, progenitor of all igniters. Now I need only keep it safe until the handover.
Trespasser. The faith of the people doth not lie with thee. Thou art unworthy of the crown's authority. Until a worthy successor rises, I shall keep the scepter. Only one may wield the magic of kings, the true protector of the people.
There you have it. The king will only forfeit the royal scepter to a people's champion. So, no risk of it falling into someone else's hands for now. Meaning Lord Luis's victory is assured. All that remains is my glorious calamity. Oh, how they will cry when the swell of Magla bursts. How they will beg and crawl and plead for Lord Luis's salvation. There you are.
Where is the royal scepter?
The fallen king protects it. The scepter is beyond us all. For the time being, that is. Now, if you're finished, be gone from my sight. I'll not harm you either. Even I have some sympathy for fools.
Oh, we'll see ourselves out. Once we knock Luis's whereabouts out of you.
I'm sorry. Do you actually think you can stop me?
Of course we can.
I see now! No wonder I couldn't understand your actions. They're baseless, utterly unfounded.
Madness ill becomes you, Zorba.
You again. What would you know of it? I know no lady knights. Wait! A knight with blood-red tresses. Don't tell me you're the buffoon who failed to protect the prince.
Judgments mean nothing from a man who sullies the dead. You've fallen far yourself.
Perhaps I am unworthy of the royal scepter, but I can still bring change to this world. I can still teach them true fear.
You'll find that hard to do from a dungeon, blackguard. The time has come for you to face justice.
You, knight, have no idea what real justice is. And that mistake will cost you your life. Rejoice, rats! That willless assassin is dead, but I shall gladly send you to join him! Now die! Lord Luis's destined kingdom will be built atop your bones!
What destined kingdom? Tell us where Luis has gone, or we'll tear the words from you!
For all the innocent lives you played for pawns, I shall make you pay!
We don't stop him? There's no telling how much he'll destroy.
Alrighty.
Maybe not.
Yeah, get up and back.
Light!
I call upon royal power within!
Oh, power of heroes! I'll destroy you!
I don't think Zorba actually has any weaknesses.
Bodies to spare!
He does have this though.
Power to control the dead?
Really?
I pull your strings!
Let's go.
Flare!
You hit their weakness!
No,
That
what's
still
the plan?
works.
Opening, Captain.
Also, yeah, I picked up one of
This should
these.
work.
This is the perfect boss to use it
Your
against.
weak point. Keep it up, Stroll!
Cease your pointless struggling!
Knight! Shit! Worthy foe after all!
Vitus power.
Light!
You're fools to defy Lord Luis!
I'll cut you down!
too.
Sworn oath of
I
knighthood.
remember this. Yeah, he isn't actually weak to Piers.
Ride in torment! I've bodies to spare!
Is that all?
Let's work together. Maybe there's a
Don't have like a mass Mahama.
flare.
As I recall, if you leave the corpse crawl guys up long enough that they go and like explode on us.
For all that we strive for!
I will come forth, royal soul. We're not out of this yet.
I'm obliged.
Helpful as ever. I pull your strings!
God damn it.
Now dance for me!
There it is.
Warrior! I'll cut you down!
I stand. Let justice prevail. I'll destroy you.
Oh, nice crit.
Cease your pointless struggling!
Light.
You hit their weakness.
In the name of
That's your
warrior!
opening, Captain.
Hack and slash!
Me too.
I crush you.
Die!
Oh yeah, that's a lightning spell. I forgot he had. Oh god damn it.
I've bodies to spare!
Oh, this gonna be bad.
Your Highness.
Yep.
Get her back up.
Now dance for me!
Hulkenberg's down. Someone help her get back in the fight.
Flare.
You hit their weakness.
In the name of
That's your
justice!
opening, Captain.
Let's try this!
My spirit is
Captain's on his last
unbroken.
Someone
I
get
defer to you.
healed up.
I won't hold back. With healing power.
My thanks! Now dance for me! Oh, please! Oh,
Joel's
you've done it!
badly wounded.
Die!
Can anyone heal him?
I'm sorry.
Captain's down.
God damn, this is just all going horribly. You try.
We don't stop him. There's no telling how much he'll destroy.
Let's go. Fire.
Resist
Cease
fire.
your pointless Let's make an end of it! Something else. Are you prepared? I'll cut you down!
With blade in hand.
I pull your strings!
So he has the power to control the dead?
Hey, this time he didn't get a freaking auto crit on us.
Flare.
You hit their weakness.
You'll die soon
That's your
enough.
opening,
Hack
Captain.
and slash! Not done
Is
yet.
everyone all come? Shatter.
Cease your
Nice.
pointless
Hold back.
struggling!
Come forth, royal soul.
Twas needed.
As I recall, Zorba is worth 2 turn symbols up there.
Is that all?
I call upon royal power within!
Nice.
Observe the power of heroes.
Right.
You'll die
power.
soon enough.
Light.
You hit their weakness.
Are you prepared?
That's your opening,
Let's get on
Captain.
with it!
Go.
I pull your strings! Oh, please!
Where a lot of this fight is like, how well can you like control his summons?
You're fools
Which is
to
a
defy
really
orders.
weird boss design this early,
No
honestly.
holding
That's
back!
your opening,
I'll cut
Captain.
you down!
By this come. I could they yet cling to life.
Cease your pointless struggling! You'll
call
die
upon
soon
royal
enough.
power within.
Anyway, I find it weird just for the fact that, like, at this point, our only, like, AoE we have to fish, and now he's gonna double up, right?
I
Yep.
pull your
The only AoE we really have are, like, oh, we have the item that I used before, yeah, the Holy Ossuary. We got this, and we have the Synthesis attack.
Cease your pointless
That's our
struggling.
only real AoE option.
Hit their weakness.
I shall
You'll die
vanquish
soon
Your
evil.
enough.
opening, Captain.
Tougher than I thought.
You're
Really?
fools to defy Lord Luis!
Oh, nice.
Cease your pointless
We can do
struggling.
this.
I'm obliged.
My thanks. Are you prepared? Hack and slash.
Die! I've bodies to spare!
Knight! Chef still standing, I see.
Come forth, royal soul! Light!
I shall vanquish evil.
Here's the problem, is that you do need to, like, make sure you do throw something at Zorba. Ooh, nice, that was a 4-hitter.
I'll stay my blade.
You'll die soon enough.
We're not out of this yet!
I owe you.
I pull your strings!
Okay, he's not getting an extra turn, so no madness. Oh, no, never mind.
Now dance
Yep, no madness
for me!
curse. So admittedly, if he madness curses and they don't really have a turn, yeah, they just...
I crush you!
They die really quick, since Enrage just, like...
I missed. Don't get
Are you kidding me?
I've bodies to
The
spare!
freaking corpse managed to dodge my ass. What the hell? God damn it.
Now dance for me!
I shall vanquish evil. I'll cut you down. They die hard.
Observe the end. Knight! I'll destroy you!
Let's go! We can do this!
Thank you.
Helpful as ever.
Die!
God damn it.
I
And
pull
yep.
your strings!
I think he's set up basically like if he has corpses cast madness curse on his like extra turns.
Heroes. Just the thing.
First turn he actually does something offensive related.
You hit their weakness.
In the name
Nice.
of
Your
justice.
opening,
I'm
Captain.
pretty sure he could just. Yep.
I've bodies to spare!
No, I guess not.
Is that all?
Works for me. I forgot we had those. That's one of the like
Perhaps
the
not.
order things, as I
For
recall.
all that we strive for.
You know what's better to do that?
Royal soul!
Lord
Flair.
You hit their weakness.
I call upon
That's
royal
your
power
opening,
within.
Captain.
Not done
Let
yet.
justice prevail.
Really?
Your pointless struggling!
Light.
I can't afford to hold back.
I pull your strings!
Hulkenberg's
Still
badly wounded. Someone heal her. Hulkenberg's
For
in
all
bad
that
shape.
we
She
strive
needs
for.
help.
I'll stay my blade.
Healer! Flare!
You hit their weakness.
Are you prepared?
That's your opening, Captain.
Tougher than I thought.
God damn it.
Tis not a right there.
Let's stay calm. I won't hold back! Light!
In the name of justice.
Have one of these.
I'm obliged.
I've bodies to spare!
This is nothing.
This just feels like such a weird thing to make
Let's go!
a new game base tier player having to deal with, you know?
I shall vanquish
That's your
evil.
opening, Captain.
Hack and slash.
With
You'll
blade
die
in
soon
hand.
enough.
Worthy foe after all.
Son of a bitch, really?
Lord Luis!
Oh, I guess she is still injured. Never mind, never mind. That doesn't make sense. My bad, Hulkenberg.
Thank you.
I pull your strings!
No
I mean, you guys can kind of see how I'm having issues actually trying to hit this guy with all of his friends still going.
We're not out of this yet!
My thanks.
You're fools to
I
defy
call
Lord
upon royal
Luis!
power within.
Right on target.
Ooh, that was
We
perfect.
strive for.
All right.
Come
Light 'em,
forth,
Hulkenberg.
royal soul! Flare!
You hit their weakness.
You'll die
That's
soon
your
enough.
opening, Captain.
No holding back. I'll cut you down.
Now
Oh, he's out of
dance
MP.
for me.
Yep. Oh no. Oh, now he gets a turn, right?
Only a flesh wound.
Now dance for me!
Come! I crush you!
You're fools to defy Lord Luis! In the name of...
To you!
I won't hold back! We can do this!
I'm obliged.
Helpful as ever.
Actually had a turn where we could do something.
Bodies to spare!
This is nothing.
Are you prepared? Tiger! Not done yet.
With blade in hand! I'll stay my blade.
Come forth, royal soul! Flare!
You hit their weakness!
I shall vanquish
You're
evil.
happening, Captain!
Oh, tougher than I thought.
I stand ready. From our provisions.
I pull your strings!
That's back.
Now
Oh,
dance
yep.
for me!
I won't hold back! Light!
Oh, nice. Never mind.
Die hard.
For all that we strive for!
All right!
Lord
Light 'em, Mockingbird!
Might have it now.
'Twas needed.
I owe you. Now, what's the plan? No holding back!
Got him.
Impossible!
God.
This can't be happening! Lord Luis!
You have desecrated the cathedral.
You can also kind of see how the game's already kind of turning against healers since both the corpse thralls and freaking Zorba has attacks that are super effective against healers.
Don't kill him yet! He needs to tell us where Luis is.
You'll get nothing from me. Just end it and be done.
You know Luis won't return that loyalty. Once you outlive your usefulness, he'll cast you aside.
Lord Luis is everything to me. How could I expect the damned Clamar to understand what it's like? You must know. Surely an elder like you must know what it's like. To be an outcast. To be every fool's scapegoat. They call us lesser tribes. They loathe us. Their speeches of tribal harmony mean nothing, when every day they cheat and abuse us. Do you think I didn't believe once? That I never dared to hope my efforts made me equal? Then I heard exactly what they think of us. The lessers are expendable. Send them to the fore, and they shall be our living shields.
But these atrocities make you no better than your oppressors.
You know, it's a curious thing. They say Magla is born from pain and negative emotions. Magic is a dangerous art, isn't it? I had thought to gather an unstoppable swell of Magla, but it doesn't matter anymore. Those lordly pigs can drown in their own dread. Sanctism cannot save this world. If we are to be ruled by a god, then let it be Lord Luis!
What did you just do?
This is everything I've been building my Magla for! A little early.
Massively early.
But now, you can experience my glorious day of calamity!
Hey, tell us where Luis is!
Ah, my lord. Luis.
I don't know why they keep saying, "Where's Lord Luis?" and all that. It's like, he's probably on his giant frickin' air cruiser?
Damn it! What's happening? This feels like...
It's a human! The human lives!
A human? Wait, is it that monstrosity Luis brought to the funeral? It wasn't dead?
No. That was Zorba's gift, wasn't it? Animation. Reanimation.
Gigantic Gigantic Human is wreaking havoc in Grand Tread. At this rate, Zorba's scheme to unleash a day of calamity will come true.
Did he sacrifice his own life to... No. If that monster breaches the city...
We have to get down there and help.
The place is collapsing! Hurry!
Their spell practically took the whole place down. What a mess.
Look.
Look, our egress is straight ahead. It should lead to the Cathedral Plaza. Really, let's stop that monster.
Damn it.
Although I do think that, like, this is kind of a trick save point, honestly. Because, I mean, you can't leave without beating the boss. And this one isn't exactly a simple boss either, I would say. Yeah, I do think God.
On guard!
How can this be? Was this creature's rebirth Zorba's plan all along?
If it escapes, if it makes it to the city...
It spotted us!
His Highness's home must still stand when he returns. I will end this here!
Another city in ruins. Never again. It dies or I do.
It's coming!
This thing has such a crazy freaking design.
It would be catastrophic if it breached the city. We must stop it!
But how are we supposed to kill something this huge?
Look there! That can be little else but the heart. Surely to strike there would give it pause.
But it's too high up for our weapons to reach. Do we use magic?
A viable plan. Yet surely if we can knock the creature down first, its heart will be close enough to strike with steel.
Then we bludgeon the torso. Knock the wind out of it. Hard to miss a target that size at least.
Start by attacking the body!
Yep.
Fight is power. No.
The shell is weak against physical, thankfully. Well, not physical, blunt.
You hit their weakness!
Like so.
Are you prepared?
That's why I want to make sure they all have perfect punch on them.
Justice prevail! Yes! Success!
We did it! Now we can go for its heart!
I will fight with pride.
Alrighty, and we'll have Rio. Yeah, Fairy
Let's
Dust.
try this.
50 HP, really all that much, so I don't feel bad about wasting it here. Problem with trying to kill this thing using magic, though, is the fact that this part actually resists most elemental damage. Yeah, at least we do get a full free turn to actually start smacking the
Is there another way?
thing.
I'm counting on you.
Are you prepared? Take that!
Right on target!
Very nice crit there. Holy crap, my dude.
Let's go.
Light 'em, Hulk and
With
Burn!
healing power.
That just shortened this fight a lot.
I shall fight. Warrior! I'll crush you!
Let justice prevail!
I don't know why we're critting so much, but sweet Jesus. Now here comes the big thing that punishes you for knocking it down.
What's that?
By this
I
power.
think something's coming! Watch out!
Look, aren't they? Oh.
Warrior! I'll cut you down!
For all that we strive for!
Damn it. Gonna kill it. Because of that. Yeah, they hit us big. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot you had that.
The shell's
Fuck.
back to normal! Is everyone okay?
Not yet.
Try to heal up!
Yep.
Someone get him back on his feet! That arms! It might take some... Stroll got knocked out! Can anyone...
Yeah,
get him back on
we
his
kind of
feet?
have some other issues we gotta deal with first.
This should work.
Hulkenberg's
Live to
in
see
bad
another
shape.
day.
She needs help.
Alright.
This should work.
I'm obliged.
Captain's hurt bad!
Still fight.
Let's get him some healing!
Oh, power of heroes! I'll destroy you!
Hulkenberg got them right in their weak
Healer!
spot.
We're not out of this yet.
Twas neat.
I owe you. I call upon royal power within.
Hit their weak point.
Man, my previous run against this boss was not nearly as kind to me, I will say this. I think I had to knock it down about
We can do this.
3 or 4 times.
Thank you.
Helpful as ever.
I wasn't rocking the perfect punch.
They die hard.
With blade in hand!
Let's go. Better be looking good here.
Warrior.
I will gladly take the easy run, thank you.
Okay. Not bad at all.
Let's give this a nice round 10.
I shall rise to the occasion.
I continue to grow.
Finally, it's over.
You have my sincerest thanks. You risked your life to protect the capital.
We barely protected anything. The royal capital's in chaos, and Grius was one of us.
Stroll?
On the morning of the funeral, I promised Maria that we'd all be back that evening. Break bread together again. I fought with everything I had, but it doesn't erase the past. It's a hard lesson, but one so obvious. I only wish I'd learned it sooner. What can I begin to tell Maria?
We did all we could, Stroll.
And it wasn't enough. Maria's an orphan now. I hate how powerless I am.
Listen, Stroll. Alcest made his choice. To live and die for his country. If not for him, His Highness would not be alive now. And I'd not have met you or learned the truth myself. He and everyone else that fell here did not die in vain. And he...
There! It's them!
Thank you so much. I thought I'd never see my family again. I'll never take my life for granted again. It's all thanks to you.
Oh, no, we didn't do much.
May the teachings guide and protect you. Closure.
So you're the ones who put a stop to that madman's scheme and killed the human besides. Now seeing that there are others who can take those monsters down, it means we don't have to rely on Luis. It gives us hope. Thank you.
To think there were people watching us without our knowing. Hope, eh? Feels like it's been hard to come by lately.
'Tis a thing easily promised and hard won. But once you have it, it pushes you onward, so long as you let it.
Yes. You're right. It's a shame we couldn't get anything out of Zorba.
And we still need to kill Luis, or the prince's curse will never be lifted. If not,
Although,
Grius could
don't
do
we
it.
all know that
What
us
chance do
going
we have?
after him right now is pointless after how Grius died? Did they not hear the giant frickin' moon thing yell out that candidates are, like,
Do you recall,
he will prevent the
just before Luis would have
candidates
been
from
struck,
getting
he was
attacked?
shielded by some
Yeah.
armor of magic.
Are you saying it would happen again? That Luis would be impervious to our attack?
What? That's ridiculous.
Well, we'll get nowhere with idle guesses. To test the theory, we have to find him.
I'll see if my contacts in the Guard have any threads to pursue.
Whoa, that'd be great. The Knights are bound to have more reach than us. And we don't have much to go on otherwise.
But under the circumstances, I expect their forces to be in considerable disarray for a while yet. Don't expect too much.
I've my own matters to attend to. If I floundered this much against Zorba, I'll not stand a chance against Luis. We have to get stronger.
Well, until we've got a lead on Luis, let's make sure we use our time wisely. Okay?
Let's hone our skills as best we can.
A fine idea. We can never be complacent in our strength.
In any case, let's head back to the inn. And I want to check on Maria too.
Your attention, please, ladies and gents. We've all seen the royal palace up in the sky, plus a massive magical rock. Apparently, all very shocking. I'm positively staggered. Moving on. The bit that gets me
I love this
is all
guy.
this talk of the next king. Word is they'll be chosen based on the people's will. Everyone gets a say. But right now, I suppose we ought to talk about all those other faces up on the rock, hadn't we?
Oh, I was wondering about those.
Now, the Sanctus Church has looked into it, and it seems like size matters. More public support, bigger face on the rock, etc. Looks like we've got Sanctifex Forden in the lead, and Count Luis hot on his trail.
Well, naturally, Sanctifex Forden is at the top. The real surprise is how anyone else is that close behind him.
Oh, come off it, Count Luis. He's a man's man, a real pillar of strength.
Ugh, wake up, would you? Haven't you seen what's happened to the Grand Cathedral?
Hold your horses now, everyone. Just calm down. Won't do to just focus on the front runners, will it? There are many more pieces in play here. Take a look.
At least we're gonna
Anyone
claim
who
that,
gets
but
the people's support might be
you're not
crowned.
really gonna see
Anyone.
much of the other
You
ones
could
as
do
more
it.
than a joke.
I could do it if I liked. Looks like we've quite a few new aspirants up there. All bright-eyed and ambitious monarchs to be. Had I a seat, I'd be on the edge of it.
Hold on, aren't you a town crier for the church? They're not going to like you going on about all these other faces.
Oh, please. The Sanctifex's lead isn't so fragile that I could jeopardize it. Besides, a good race would be some terrific entertainment, eh? Keep your eyes up and your ears open, ladies and gents. Albus Batlin, the crier, is going to have all the latest on these promising candidates.
Welcome back. I've heard the news. You took down those dastards under Luis's command, did you?
Only took me a day,
News
too.
travels fast, I see.
Well, just the nature of the inn, isn't it? Information is our lifeblood. I hope this helps him rest in peace.
I will see his dreams fulfilled. I promise you that.
How's Maria holding up?
Still cooped up in her room. She's not eating a thing.
The city sure isn't astir. I thought it might be news of defeating the human. But there's more to it than that.
Small wonder when any among the populace might be king. Candidates are coming out of the woodwork.
Speaking of which, I've actually heard another rumor. They say Sanctifex Forden's planning some sort of grand announcement. Word among the Sanctus Church is that it's bound to bring Luis out of hiding.
Really? That'd be great if it's true.
The announcement is supposedly on the 22nd. They'd not be talking about such an exact date if there weren't some truth to it.
We'd best wait before we plan our next move then. Might not have much of a choice, in truth.
The evil council of evil. My god, won't we install some lights?
We have waited long enough to rule this land.
Scheming king. What sort of man has a contingency plan for his own death?
That face in the sky, is that really the king?
We didn't listen to some blasted rock. Name the new king under our authority and be done with it.
The populace would reject it outright. As it is so clearly born from the king's magic, they trust this decree as the king's own. That aside, when that assassin tried to claim Luis's head, I saw some strange magic foil his killing blow. Is that also the king's doing?
Is that not why we sent for that professed curse-breaker scholar or some such? Send her in, and let us hear her findings.
'Tis an honor, esteemed nobles. I am Rella Melanchorophus Cygnus, daughter of House Cygnus.
Yes, all right, spare us the pleasantries. We want the facts, girl.
Oh, well, concerning the magic that seemed to save Count Luis's life, we've seen similar incidents in different places. It would seem this magic's purpose is to ensure that the coronation cannot be decided by force, only by the trust of the people. If those who have earned a measure of the people's trust are being shielded, it must be by the king's magic. At least, that is my belief.
So what? You're telling me that blasted Luis is invincible now? Damnation!
How distressing. Yet one wonders, is our
I
risen
have
king
no idea what's up
observing
with that
each
dude's
individual
freaking design.
conflict between his aspirants?
What is even the point of the weird, like, it's like he's supposed to have glasses on, but they forgot the actual glasses part.
I cannot say how it's triggered. Only the king would know the exact conditions, and we obviously cannot simply ask. Though, I can say there is one certain means of bypassing it. A duel could overcome this sorcery.
So they can be killed, but not murdered. Certainly a petty distinction I could only expect from such a blind romanticist.
And, that is everything I know. At the moment, that is.
At this point, Luis's public support rivals our own. Disappointing, really, that so many would desire his vision of shepherd and livestock.
Beasts, the lot of them. A dog is happiest on its leash.
They seek a king with strength, do they? Then let us give them a display of our own power, with grace, nobility, and civility.
Assassins dying in the streets. The people locked in an inescapable power struggle. What was His Majesty thinking?
I'm gonna be blunt. I do not like how the Sanctus Church and their council and all that is handled, because it's really nothing. It's about as generic as you can get. Yeah, a few days left before Forden makes his proclamation, but remember, one way or another, this ends with us facing off against Luis. We can't waste any time. Indeed, perhaps we should clear the monsters running rampant in the desert. I've seen bounties are available at the recruitment center again as well. Recruitment center, wouldn't it be a problem if someone there spots a few new recruits who are supposed to be, you know, dead? After a debacle of that scale, I doubt anyone there will be particularly concerned or idle enough to even notice. Did anyone press you on the topic? Merely mention my name. I don't know, it's just like all the obvious capitalist evils all in the same place, and there's nothing to them beyond that, and they're not even like our primary antagonist. And yeah, this is a go-to side stuff thing. With followers it goes, Gallica can, yeah. They are going to want to do that, but I do want to unlock, goddammit, what's her name's request? Well, we want to do that. One or D. Oh yeah, that's the one for.
Alright then.
D for clearing up.
Let's head there right away.
For unlocking the sniper class. Yes, yes, side quests, I know how bounties work. And those reach just to defeat the monster? Guess it must really be struggling with it. What caught your attention is a request to slay a man-eater Manjula, said to have appeared in the desert south of Grand Trad. You know, as the run of the desert usually rides in an entourage of wild dogs. Take out enough wild dogs and they'll show itself eventually. Military shorthanded, so this one's been difficult to handle. Still want the contract? Brave for someone so young. Okay, it's all yours. To get to the desert, go through the large gate south of San Lumio Street. After you walk a bit, you'll find it. Also, peace aren't your only concern out there. You run into a swarm of sandworms if you're unlucky, so beware. As for details, we're too understaffed to give you much, so go ask an informer. That bunch just rubs me the wrong way, though. Use time I managed to slay the Manjula, bring back the Rampager tail as evidence. Good luck. Try not to get yourself killed out there.
Let's do it. Alright then.
Alright, but for today... Oh, I remember him. He's part of Hulkenberg's stuff. Yeah, let's go here. Gonna get the wisdom requirement done.
But
close your eye, oh close your eye.
profile.
I can't believe it.
Oops.
Something up?
Yeah, you get wisdom by people watching.
Okay.
And it is definitely recommended to save before you do these. Primarily because you get these choices. You have to pick the most profound answer.
Well.
Alright.
That's the right one. I'm actually not sure, because I kind of remember this one giving more than just 2.
What now?
And no, the options don't really change. As I recall, there's basically like a set amount of them, and then they just like give it to you.
Okay. But
Alright.
Oh no, this one only gives the same amount, alright.
What is it?
Alrighty. It actually was like 14, I think, when I beat Zorba and the human last time.
Want in on this?
I heard that stretch of desert to the south of here, that's Tradia Desert. It lies beyond the large gate. Most travelers and cargo arrive at Grand Trad after making their way through that desert. Consequently, there's no shortage of people who have been attacked while traveling through. Comes on the journey by swarms of Alamo and giant monstrous birds. Threats are too numerous to name, but the worst of them, yeah, there it is. Only does it breathe, breath burn like fire, also spreads foul poison. In a fight, you should also be wary of its howl. Instead of being resistant to heat, fire magic is ineffective against it. Blaze only invigorates, so mind your tactics. But we want to use ice magic on it. Got it. That's all I know. Unless you want to end up as another set of bones getting bleached by the desert sun, you better know when to run. Yep.
Hey!
Oh, yeah, right. These are nice to pick up just because they, like... Well, basically, you have a thing to look up. It's like, oh god, where is X or Y ingredient? And this is what we need to do in order... Yeah, I'll do is trust regular, any stranger tries to buy. And this is how we unlock it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That reminds me.
Yep.
You're a big help.
Next up is... Oh, right!
There's the addition of fruit as a secret ingredient.
In that case.
Whoa! I knew it!
Hey, I got the right option.
Alright.
And because of that, we got 3 tolerance here.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Evidently.
Corpses was discovered in... Oh yeah, they're just giving us hints about side quests. We are gonna take a couple days out of our schedule to handle those.
Save it.
Thankfully, when you go into this menu, you can tell exactly like who's available to level up. Wait, Jesus, Katharina, why are you so annoying to level up? I swear. Seriously, Katharina has to be one of the weirdest like follower to level.
All right then.
Go. Street. Primarily because, like, how do I put this? Like, you can get up to rank 4 fairly quickly, but then she's completely unavailable until the end of the game. Then, the Miss Fabian is rather particular about her ingredients. She mentioned not just anyone can get their hands on that here. I knew she was no ordinary innkeeper. They mentioned the place I work serve high-class clientele and the head chef, not to mention the customers, with too much emphasis on tribe. Being an idiot, I get a cold shoulder from Clamar and Roag, nobles in particular. Expecting society as it stands today, the head chef doesn't want people like that to even see me holding a knife. Anyway, he sticks me with all the busy work and chores. Should be grateful to have a job at all, honestly, but still, there are a lot of days when I question why I'm putting up with any of this. Wanted confirmation of a simple fact. I think I've always known to be true. The skill of a chef, but yeah, we get it. There's a theme in this game, as you might notice, and no, it was never, like, how do I put it? It never stops being this blunt.
Wisdom.
There we go, we got wisdom up to 2.
Damned Luis. The Grand Cathedral,
That we can get her side quest.
Back again.
Am I rolling this wisdom on display? I'll be able to stand my ground with people as powerful as this woman.
Yes.
Oh well, I suppose you really are more than you seem. I certainly can't imagine Grius would have worked with any normal child. Glad to hear it. Now I'd like to see what you're made of.
to reintroduce myself. My name is Brigitte. I run this shop and manage trade of magic igniters. This is your first time in Grand Trad, you mentioned. Then, what do you think of magic igniters?
Well, for us.
They're not really necessary.
Well, well. You say that with such confidence. Interesting. All right, next. Are you good at keeping secrets?
That's a secret.
I'd like to think I am.
Fair enough. Frankly, I trust that answer more than I would a direct insistence. Then, I have one last question. Do you believe in God?
Hey, what? What kind of answers are they? They're both evasive.
Not the one everyone else does. I have my own beliefs.
Even though we really don't have any
In other words,
beliefs, honestly.
Not the god of sanctism. Well, that's enough for me. Yes. I think there's potential in you. I'd like to ask you to handle an
God, but this game handles
extermination mission.
religion is also not that
You're fit
great,
for the
honestly.
The fact is, our trade route for Ignitus has been, shall we say,
In both instances, I'd say it's not well
and local monsters
handled.
apparently made the place its feeding
I say
grounds.
both, but like, the two religions in this game are really not well handled.
Evidence suggests its actual nest is near the place I personally checked out. I want you to go there, find it, and exterminate it.
Wait, hold on just a moment. You're asking us to handle something so important? Is that even okay?
I'm asking you precisely because it's so important. There are reasons I'd rather not bring this to the guard. I usually prefer discretion with these sorts of things anyway. Especially with groups like them. But if Grius trusts you, then I certainly can.
How are you connected with Grius?
I hardly think that bears discussion right now.
What do you think? It does seem like she could use the help, but...
You will be compensated, of course, and generously. There's also the option of discounts on my stock, if that... Additionally, rumor has it there's even treasure to be found at the monster nest. I'd say the potential rewards are a fair match for the risk.
Strange request, but someone connected to Grius probably wouldn't try to trick us. Doesn't seem like a bad deal between the compensation and
I
treasure.
have no objections to the job.
Understood.
We didn't really even have an option to say no.
Thank you. You're bound for Belega Corridor. It's only a short distance away from here.
This one's important.
It's here. Just
You're suddenly interested.
Face danger here.
here's where we are now.
If you don't have a way there, I'll lend you my carriage. Not the kind of trip you'll want to make on foot. You can leave the city through the large gate south of the central
I honestly kind of wish Brigitte was a playable character. She's got a way better design than some other characters.
Don't die out there now.
I also say that because... How do I put this? Like, it's kind of weird how, like, the all-inclusive race game thing that we're supposed to be trying to do with our party and all that actually doesn't get two races to join up with us. One of them being hers, the Roag, and the other being the winged characters, the Scar? That was it, right? But yeah, we are not allowed to have party members from them.
Alright then.
I almost want to say it's because they're like the two of the primary like Sanctus races. So maybe that's why, but that also leads into the other issue that it has of like we don't get any Sanctus characters in our crew. We have nobody join up with us that actually believes in the faith.
Oh, I am grateful. What is it?
Which I guess is one of my main issues with how religion is handled. I kind of feel like it would be more interesting if we had multiple views in the party to examine rather than just Sanctism, bad. Yeah, but like a corridor, that place may still harbor some treasure since not many know about it. As the deal with the grotesque Guptaros, yep, gigantic two-legged beast brandishing an axe, quite famous among adventurers. Hates anyone who uses a staff or a mace, and it'll go berserk if it sees one. That's the reason why I say, like, the casting classes are really hated. The next hit could kill you straight off. That said, if you time your attacks well, you can knock it out of its stance and all its attacks. I recommend swift pierce attacks with a spear of some sort. It's weak to them. If you can't, then you ought to simply guard if anyone help you to escape, but I'd be able to survive the onslaught. And there's a lot of goblins. Knows but him more or less the same. Want to fight them off with swords and spears. Staves are made, so that means mage and healer. Guess we should switch it up to be safe. Just to warn you, it's full of monsters that make the ones in Grand Cathedral pale in comparison. Yeah, make sure you're mentally prepared for what you'll face. That's all I can offer you for now. Should you survive, do return. You got the coin on more information for you. So, yep. But I say you want to clear out the freaking Grand Cathedral.
The freedom of a wanderer.
Wait, really? Interesting. The sworn chest armor wasn't as limited by class, but apparently it is. Interesting. It's a bit of a shame.
All right.
But all right. Is. It's weird that we really don't have piercing attack options. Now that I think about it, it's kind of weird. Literally, the only piercing attack option is just the knight's normal attack. And knights don't even get a piercing attack until their class change. Their final skill is a freaking strike art. Warrior, yeah, it doesn't have any pierce, so I don't know. Hello, Kiva. What's up, Fluffy Butt?
All right then.
Let's go.
Come off it.
Hey. Yep.
And yes, going to location takes time.
Let's see.
Although thankfully, don't remember if it's as nice to us on this one, but like
Clock's ticking.
later on, taking day trips will actually still give us like at least like royal virtue boosting of options.
The party at last found themselves destroyed and worn away by sand and rock. The land is a shadow of its former glory. Now it is home to monsters, attracted by its stagnant magma. The party stepped...
The thing is,
Yeah, we don't get that in this one. Oh well. Monsters here sometimes attack passerbys. No idea this room was here. This was a villa for a grand old noble family, I heard, but this looks properly old. Anyway, we're here for the Guptaras. The ruins are novel, yes, but let's not stray from our purpose. What exactly is Guptaras? Is that the monster we have to kill? Some great big beastie thing. However it is, sure it's not weak, so we best go easy on the detours, preserve our strength for the fight. Always a trade-off. Decision is yours, but pray make it sensible, please. And some dudes hanging around here to give hints. Some friendly advice, don't! And an awful noise come from deep within. It was a terrifying roar, certainly no noise a goblin can make. I think it was a Guptaros? Really, a Guptaros? Oh, there's no way I could handle a monster like that, only because I'd heard it was Gaborns. I'll just say that if those beasts are here, then staying would be madness. You guys should turn back too if you value your lives. The Guptaros really is that fierce, and then we better be sure we're well prepared. Yeah, but it's also like... I mean, if you came here without, like, having consumables or anything, that's your own fault. I don't know, it's just weird to like give us a whole speech of being prepared, but not trying to give us something to like prepare for, if that makes sense.
Whoa.
And so it's like this, huh?
Try somewhere
I wonder where
else.
the guitarist. Give me a sec, I'll take a look. I can't be totally sure, but it doesn't seem to be close by. Just have to stay vigilant. It's fairly dark, so stay close. We'll guard the rear. Apologies, but it seems you'll have to lead the way. Welcome to the side dungeons. Honestly, all of them are just bland.
It's all clear.
Got some monsters in it. Yeah, those guys should be one-shottable by us. And most of them have like some kind of template they're using. Quite a few like this. There's a few natural caves and like a couple other that are like a bit more nasty. Yeah, this dude. Hey kiddo, which weapon are you using? You talked! You think a tooth can't chatter by itself? Well, chew on this. It got jaw-dropping news you guys knew nothing about. Depending on your weapon, your attack power's gonna totally change. Oh yeah. Strength of magic depends on your weapon, you know? This is where you would actually learn that. Enough now, wouldn't want to bite off more than you can chew. Next time I'll teach you secrets you can really sink your teeth into. I do teeth puns.
There are enemies around. Watch your step.
Alright, close that!
On your toes, everyone!
Let us
Oh,
settle
well, this one isn't low enough for us to auto kill.
We're evenly matched.
16? Yeah, these guys are all level 16. In general, these types of enemies are like... Basically, they got no weakness.
Only two enemies left. Stay sharp.
Scour! A tough one.
Is everyone alright? With blade in hand!
They just kill it with multiple attack.
That's it, Hulkenberg.
Only one warrior. Finish them off.
Tougher than I thought.
Let's stay calm.
That's the last of them. The way's clear.
Ooh.
A trivial
Looks like it could be a spear upgrade for
I
Hulkenberg.
think that's all of them.
Nice find. Looks like it could be useful.
Another way down. Honestly, it's not a bad idea in these kind of dungeons to basically just glitch your way through to the boss fight.
Let's give him a fight.
And then, well, like, we go back for treasure.
We're evenly matched.
Warrior!
Guess we better stay on our
Two remaining.
Great
I will
job.
fight by this power. Win! It's still up?
Is everyone alright? Take this! One
Nice
remaining!
work, Hulkenberg.
That's it, Hulkenberg.
Only one left. Finish them off and we're clear. Whew, not too shabby. Let's keep this up, everyone.
Rusted accessory, huh?
I think we got them all. We'll be safe for a while.
Nice.
That's lovely.
Ooh. It's nice to get a replacement one of those. Guys, getting tired of him constantly having to grunt and stuff whenever he... whenever we, like, start sprinting with our MC. Oh. Guess, try ground slashing?
Almost finished.
The freedom of a wanderer.
You got serious.
Oh, come on, that's just mean. They got unstuck.
Got him. Nice going, Captain. Only one left. Finish them off and we're clear. That's the last of them. The way's clear.
That was the last of them. Let's stash that somewhere safe.
Huh. Done. That's just like the other way we could have gone down here from.
Watch out! All right. How's that, cat? We're down. Now's our chance.
And could we come up behind better?
Hail! Impressive as ever.
Oh, come on.
This won't stop us.
After me! No. Let's make an end of it. Tougher than I thought.
It's okay. We're not out of this yet.
Trust me.
Helpful as ever.
I just swear that move had low accuracy on it. Looks like they all have preferred targets, huh?
Together. I defer to you.
Let's get on with it.
Oh, come on, you had to dodge, didn't you, jackass?
Serious Stroll can't
Time
take
for some
any
close
more.
combat.
Someone shield him. Looks like that's all of them. Great job, everybody.
Our foes are...
Oh, where did all those guys come from?
That was brilliant.
Come on!
Such skill.
That was brilliant.
Let us settle this.
Still gonna, yeah, it still gets a whole lot of damage with them.
After me! Almost finished!
The freedom of a
I don't really think there's much of a way for me to, like, handle this in a timely manner outside of using round slash.
Only one left. Finish them off. Clear.
Oh, sure, now you crit.
Smooth finish. Great work, everyone.
Okay.
That'll do it.
I don't see anything we can't handle easily.
Really wish I could see the mini map. I'm trying to remember there being like a secret passageway to get into some stuff.
Yeah, nice one.
Whoa, that's lovely.
They're down. Now's our chance.
Yeah, we don't have a way to open that up, it looks like.
Shouldn't be anything we can't handle. We'll be okay.
They're out cold! Attack now and finish it!
Usually use her to like try to scan for that kind of stuff. Yes, now that I think about it, Rio could probably make use of that. Yep. Where?
I think there's treasure nearby.
Yeah, we don't really have access to that treasure yet.
fortune
That
coming
solves
in.
that.
Pocket it. Great find. Keep it.
We found something.
Incredible!
Magic boosting earrings. Nice.
Oh, here we go.
Levels. Cash.
Nice. I bet we'll find a use for that. Just a bunch of weak ones. We should be fine.
Let's push through!
Victory is ours, and safety hard won.
Come on!
Oh, damn it, that isn't. Damn it.
We'll hold our ground.
Not now.
If we run, we live.
Be careful. There's more of them.
Some of the freaking little dudes revive.
Let's push through!
Let's stash that somewhere safe.
I think we'll be okay if we made it this far.
That might be of use later.
Yes, I haven't really had to make use of that stuff yet.
I might have been healing first.
Oh, you can actually see the freaking stairs that'll lead back up here down in the south. Like a very little tip of it.
Hey,
All good.
Let's push through!
Like,
I've got a feeling you need healing.
Come on!
I can feel my power growing.
They look pretty tough. Careful now.
Yeah, let's push through!
oh wait, I don't have.
Well
Damn
to
it.
heal.
I don't have Firecaster set up right now.
I don't see anything you
Come on!
can't handle.
All right, how's that?
Very impressive.
If it's useful, I say grab it.
All right, here we go.
Looks like that's got a sleigh on it, but we gotta go back to the church to find out.
What now?
Oh, it was. The gift mentioned it has no stats on it. Yeah, we found the boss.
Yep. All right.
Oh, it's a big old minotaur. A sign of retreat. It must be acclimated to people. It's likely caused damage yet to be discovered. That ends today. We're taking you down. So our foe's bringing his A game too. Oh, I can't wait for. I've been waiting for this, have you? I joke about you being Akihiko, but come on, dude.
Warrior!
Let's go.
That was a nice one.
Wind of night. I see you.
Now, are you prepared? You'll be done.
Oh, come on! Oh, I just realized our health is actually kind of low. Whoops. Well, I fucked up. Really? Double focus on his ass?
This should work.
To see another death.
God damn it, why did it have to go to him and not back to me?
Let's try this.
That helped.
Come on.
My best. Wasn't enough.
I thought he hated freaking mages, not freaking swordsmen.
This'll do.
Nice to see another day.
Moving to the rear. Guarding seems the wise move.
Oh, he's doing this. They did hint at this earlier.
Seeker! Better be sure. We're looking good here.
Join with me!
We'll team up!
And thus I end it!
I can't afford to hold back. Are you prepared? Hack and slash!
I've come forth, royal soul.
Oh, whoops, I forgot to put him back in the front row.
I owe you.
By the sworn oath of knighthood. I see you! This is nothing.
Yeah, there we go. The reckless charge there is the... Basically, he lost his own buffs because we knocked his ass down.
Warrior!
Let's...
Behold! We stand
Coordination is key!
Behold my power!
I shall fight as the noble I am. Withdrawing! Staying on the defensive.
Kinda felt like someone was coming.
Come forth, royal soul.
Thank you.
My thanks.
Join with me.
I'm counting on you.
Got them right in their weak spot.
Ah! Not now. Closing the distance. I call upon royal power within. Ah! Tougher than I thought.
Scour! Still here?
Almost got him. Oh, yeah, he did.
Oh, power of
In the name of justice.
Really?
No
Oh,
holding back. I'll cut you down.
satisfactory.
very
I feel
nice.
stronger.
I admit, it feels good to get strong.
I continue to grow.
That's...
Oh, and it's huge. Bloody awful to imagine being gored by it. Ugh. Really? Y'all seem pretty put together during the fight. No, that thing was tougher than anticipated. Let up even a little, we may well have been defeated. Not even Hulkenberg's wedding. What do you think, Rion? I only had one bit of dicey stuff at the start when the enemy was being really mean, but after that... A win is a win. Now let's have to take it back to the Igniter shop. Let's do that later, Rion. Shall we head back to the entrance? Hold up.
Hey, I see.
I might regret letting a little curiosity exhaust us in a place like this. Oh, never mind. Nothing really past here.
What?
In that case,
Leave it to me.
Well, the reason why area and Aetherite really aren't necessary for much.
Hey. Okay then. Right?
Now, how did I wind up here?
Maybe he's all full up just by luck. Mercy's left, but I'm starving.
So,
It seems we'll need to have our dinner elsewhere. Let's go to the tavern over yonder.
your thoughts?
Now, Filono, a large establishment, the owners and patrons alike are busy with their own matters. We may speak freely there without fear of eavesdroppers.
I see.
Are you sure about that? I feel like that would still be a concern even if a place seems fairly busy? I don't know, I feel like that would make it easier? And so, anyway, if we discuss Luis at the Honeybee, we could end up causing more trouble for Fabian, so this works out. I will need a rest your... Yeah, basically,
Alright.
you don't... They'll just, like, restate stuff like other side quests that are available.
So,
And also that, like, yeah, we're waiting for that day thing.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
well then.
Alrighty.
Alright
Move
then.
this way. There we go. Seriously, playing freaking Trail Through Daybreak really messes with my muscle memory of what to press what.
How far?
you.
Here's a horn. That be the Brute's horn. You can tell me the details inside. Come along.
Mission accomplished, then. You'll have your reward. I'll let the merchant know to allow you through as well. I thank you.
Definitely want to do these missions because there's actually no way to boost courage in this town beyond these two side quests.
I knew an outsider
Fortunate.
would be perfect for slipping through the cracks. Clearly, you were the right man for the job. You should keep our supply lines flowing smoothly. Thanks for helping us sort this out. By the way, what do you say to more consistent work from me? I can't imagine an elder could find an honest job in the city otherwise. But I don't much care what tribe you are. I'll always make sure you're paid properly for the work you do. Besides, keeping in contact with me might have its own advantages.
Ooh, that doesn't sound so
Have you made up your
bad.
mind?
Alright, I accept.
A wise choice. Fine then. You seem determined enough. You heard nothing just now, right?
Right.
Right. I didn't hear anything.
That's for the best. It was just
This
the
is
wind.
totally not going to be involved
Am I
in our
clear?
little social link here.
I've got some business to attend to. We'll go our separate ways for today. However, I trust you won't be telling anyone what you think you heard. If you do tell anyone, well, I'm sure you're sharp enough to imagine the consequences. Then we have a deal.
Such a hint of trust beneath all the wariness Brigitte feels towards me.
The trader and iconoclast, Brigitte. Within her dwells the virtue of the merchant. Nurture
I recall
thy
you
bond
do have to
with
like
her,
level up
and
merchant quite
new
a
power
bit for
yet
one of Moore's
slumbering
quests.
within thee may awaken.
Interesting.
Yep,
Perhaps
we can
it
now
does
visit
have
her shop, and we also got the merchant unlocked. Merchant is a bit of an odd one. I'd say on like New Game Plus, it's probably busted to hell and back since you don't need to worry about money.
You'll pick up
since
your
its
next
skills
job
cost
here.
money.
Come back another day.
For what I hear, it's supposed to be really, really powerful, but again, you're not going to be using it too much in your first run or early game kind of stuff. And gold attack deals weak physical almighty damage to one enemy, high crit rate, and costs $500 every time we want to use it. Paying a small sum of money each time an enemy is stunned or defeated in overworld combat. Okay. Does have some decent passives. I mean, increased chance of getting drops, increased effects of consumables. Oh yeah, I recall that's like mag collection there is like the main way people use to like grind mag.
All right.
I'm counting.
Of course.
Really? I found new power.
So it only has one more form, by the way. We can only get it by reaching level 8 with Brigitte. And we need to level up another class too alongside it. It's Gold Rush. It's just basically the gold attack except more powerful. Oh yeah, item connoisseur. Doubles the effect of consumables. That is actually a decent, like, if you have it as a transfer skill, you can like stick it on yourself, like go into a weak battle, use your healing items, whatever, and then just leave. And swap it off and you're good to go for whatever's next. A rare item drop. Chance of dealing critical hits to an enemy. Increase almighty attack. Really aren't that many almighty attacks in this game, honestly.
What is it?
You heard this?
Oh, yeah. I know the shops you're talking about. It's the one over here.
God, I am grateful. This bloody rain.
Say there.
They sell, like, the damage items, along with some very interesting accessories. Some of them are honestly look better than they are, like this one. Reduce turn icon cost of guard command by half. Hey, so that means you can use basically like the pass command, but also get the benefits of guarding. But it's also one of those things that you're not going to use too often. And also this one, able to perform 2 consecutive actions. Actions use turn icons as normal. If it wasn't for that last part, this would be amazing. But it's one of those kind of things where it's like, you would use this on like a specific character to get bonus actions, but like, oh, the words for this kind of like, that also means you're losing someone's turn. And why are you putting that character into your party if you're not wanting them to do things, if that makes any sense? I got stat preventative items.
All right then.
get started on... Kind of remember Imagination being kind of an important one.
Let's go.
At least for unlocking another... Brand, why unlocking another class later on?
Close your I love it.
How far?
I'll also go check out Brigitta's shop.
Well, I'll not loiter in a storm.
Hey!
Welcome.
You have my thanks.
Yep. I don't know why they needed to do that. Like, have her papa say, yeah, you can buy here. Usually costs 50k, so really cheap. The problem with these, though, is the fact that their NP cost gets doubled compared to if we, like, learn it ourselves. Which is unfortunate. Yeah. You jump 2,000 ranks.
Ridiculous. Oh?
And this guy... This guy just has, like, long-ass stories about fairies.
Long ago.
Trust me, we're not missing much, and you can see how long that goes. There's not even choices for us to do.
Well then.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Hey!
Yeah, we know. We'll deal with that today.
Well then.
You do really want to do the next stages of Hulkenberg and Stroll ASAP, because, like, weirdly enough, there's some of the, like, the Tradia Desert, some of the, like, character side quest things, or, like, the follower ranks cutscenes, you can only get them while you're traveling. I don't know why, but that's just how it is.
This place. Let's go.
Yes.
Yep, now we gotta go kill dogs till we find a Manjula.
So apparently. Well then.
Yes.
Honestly, the amount we need to kill really isn't as bad as you would think.
Watch out! We've been
Come on!
We got it.
That was brilliant.
Nice! You're gaining strength.
I think kind of weird that, like, this whole, like, side quest that we're doing here is not available until after doing the cathedral. Honestly, this place wouldn't be a bad place to, like, go to if you're trying to get some early levels before trying to do, like, Grand Trad all in one day. Because you're gonna want to still do this. I mentioned it before, but there's no way of boosting your courage stats in this city.
I knew you could do it.
This is bad. They're onto us.
Yeah, nice work.
Exemplary.
They all seem pretty weak.
Let's push through. Come on.
Impressive as ever.
Okay, so we count as danger?
I'll give it my all.
Tis our opening.
No holding back.
Well, damn.
Smooth finish. Great work, everyone.
They chose the wrong opponent.
Our foes are not vanquished. Be on your guard.
Honestly, isn't all that much to this area.
Alright, how's that?
Our foes have fallen. Safe for the time being.
Where's the other group?
Let's push through!
I knew you could do it.
Alright, how's that?
There we go.
Look. All right.
Yeesh.
Get ready.
Time to kick this thing's ass.
I shall vanquish evil.
Oh, it's weak to blood?
You hit their weakness.
Holy crap, I didn't realize that.
No hold
That just made this fight way easier, didn't it?
They won't hold back.
Thank you.
My thanks.
Come. I Clover got them right in their weak spot.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, yeah.
Stroll.
Something you know with these types of enemies is like, well, most enemies I should say, is that like, if you killed one of these types, you will be able to use basically the exact same weaknesses on any subsequent ones you fight.
However,
even so.
Alright, we got the tail.
Right.
What do you think?
Say,
Not done yet.
Alright. Here we go.
Ooh, new weapon for him.
What now?
Oops. Yeah, that's a pretty nice boost for him.
They're onto us.
Why they don't have us do this until now? There's better, like, eardrops?
Very impressive.
if you are struggling, it would do you well to heal.
You'll be okay without healing, right?
Come on!
Maybe a precautionary heal wouldn't hurt.
Alright, how's that?
Nice. I bet we'll find a use for that.
We ain't finding use for that until like the third city, I think.
We cannot avoid this fight. Stand ready.
Shiny around there.
They saw us. On your toes, everyone. You'll be okay without healing, right?
Yeah, I've almost fully cleared out this area. I don't think you can get the enemies around here to respawn. I'm stuck.
Watch out. We've been spotted.
Usually you get things to respawn. You need to, like, you know, go through a door or something for some kind of loading screen.
Let's push through!
Struggling, it would do you well to heal.
Well then, I guess we're done here. All blue spots picked up.
All
Chests opened. Enemies killed.
Hey! Okay then. Right?
All right.
Yep, we did it. Gotta go report.
Time marches on, and the age of a new
I think that's one of the
draws
more
nearer.
unique areas we go to for a hunt. It's a couple of forest templates, but I don't remember them ever reusing the desert template.
Well then.
Alright, we can actually start hanging out with our buddies. Simply go in. Stuff in. There it is.
We did it. All right.
And we got a popularity rank increase.
Ah, 'tis you.
Oh, there's
Hail.
yes, we want to hang out.
Truth is,
I felt a great pressure weighing on me. It's made it difficult to stay level-headed, but I might have your counsel. It must be dealt with swiftly, lest it affect my performance in battle. How would you cope with such burdens if you were me?
I see.
Sound enough, and thus occupied with your exertions, your mind is clear of distractions. And how about, would you like to train swordplay with me? Your technique is self-taught, I presume. Seems a fine opportunity to start you with some formal training.
All right.
In that case, we shall need some training swords to the weapon shop with us.
All right.
A fine balanced weapon. No, 'tis for training only, but you never know it from the grip and swing. It's most nostalgic. I once trained with that blade when I just become a royal guardswoman myself. It was not long after joining that I assigned to the apprentice retinue, so I was desperate to improve. I was younger even than you are now, and notably unskilled. Each night I would slip past our commander's watch, join a comrade of mine in the dark, and spar with him until our hands were calloused and blistered.
Certainly.
Some bouts I won, some I lost, yet despite all the times we crossed blades, we never did see who was the better. Oh yeah, as I recall, like, you don't need to worry, like, in the Persona games for, like, picking the right options in order to, like, make sure you have enough points for the next social link increase. Instead, if you choose correctly, you get free mag.
Well,
like it was a worthy opponent. Yep, see, like that. Nothing less. It was thanks to him that I improved by leaps and bounds. We swore we'd become royal knights worthy of the title and rise to the heights of the order. We'd be champions.
surely you jest.
God above, Hulkenberg, is it truly you? So it is you. You've returned.
Rotanth?
Rodanth. What a coincidence, I was just speaking of a comrade and rival. This is the self-same man. Who's this pup?
Nice to meet you.
I'm Rihanna, a friend of hers. Associate with this boy? Disgraceful. What do you mean? I mean, I'm taken aback. You indulge the company of this elder brat? You, once a proud member of the knighthood? Why does that strike you so? So it's like attracts like the dirt suits of fallen knight. What? Oh, calm yourself, Hulkenberg. The commander of the Royal Knights is well within his bounds to judge your failures.
What?
Commander, you mean yourself? While you wandered as a vagrant, I earned both our share of honors. So I see.
And?
And you? Clearly, you've already given up on pulling yourself any higher. What has occupied you instead? I pursue a mission, one that far outweighs any glory found in the Order. Ah, of course, when you couldn't save the prince, any dignity you had as a royal guard was well and duly snuffed, wasn't it? I mean, the king's dead. What does that say about you, dude? I suppose you had little choice but to cling to your search for his shadow. How dare you? Choose your words with care. No need. I have nothing more to say. You disappoint me, Hulkenberg.
Sorry.
My apology. I'm sorry you had to see that.
Listen.
Are you okay, Hulkenberg? It is kind to ask. I don't understand his anger. 'Twas by my choice that our promised paths diverge, after all. Can't afford to lose sight of our priorities. Well, let us fight onward in the name of His Royal Highness. That is the path I walk now. It's in Hulkenberg's earnest faith and deep trust.
I have not the luxury of regret.
It's cheaper to make have people get knight forms. And now Hulkenberg can defend the protagonist from an attack on his weakness. It's very handy, trust me.
Pardon me.
Beg your pardon, but how did you know that fellow who just left? Merely an old friend. You don't say. Well, see you around.
Very well.
Let's leave our training for another time. 100 drills or 1,000 swings. 'Twill take an unsparing regiment indeed to purge this distraction. Hulkenberg and I return to the others. Oh, okay, we can do Brigitte too now. I guess she is primarily a Knight one.
I'll not loiter in a storm.
Now then. Now then.
This is what I want you to handle. I want you to feed it, play with it, generally take care of it until I return.
Listen.
There's one rule, however, you cannot let anyone find out that there's a dog here. No exceptions, no mistake.
What?
That it? That sounds simple.
Yes.
It is, but you can't let your guard down. I mean it when I say we want no mistakes. Sure, you're aware of the anti-igniter crowd around here. Fools who believe igniters will destroy the world. Maybe beyond them, there are plenty of people in the world who would jump at the chance to do something crueler than kill me.
That's why...
This thing is a weakness waiting to be exploited, so I have to hide it. I'm entrusting the matter to you.
Why?
But why are you asking this of me? Because you are as far removed from my business as anyone could be. In case it bears saying, don't even think of crossing me. Being associates has worked so far for us so far. You don't want us to be enemies.
That's right.
Your name is... No, never mind. Call it what you want. I'm not sure why, but I've been entrusted with taking care of Brigitte's dog. It seems strangely attached to you already.
I see now.
Notice you do have some surprising skills, such as using magic without an igniter.
Why?
You look at my background. If it could impact my igniter business, my job to know about it. That's not all. Word has it that you and your entourage can transform your bodies for combat somehow.
Speaking of...
Long ago, there once existed an ultimate magic. Say the hero king of legend wielded a power very much like yours. Though I sincerely doubt you'd be following in his footsteps. I'll be frank, Rio, and you're bad for business, but this is precisely why I'm going to lend you my power. I'm selling igniters because they turn a profit, but I hate the damn things from the bottom of my heart. But this is a world dominated by igniters. As long as you've got the money, you've almost got all the power you want. Quite a pitch, isn't it? Those on top making a lot of profit off of the bleeding, the downtrodden dry. The strong get ever stronger, and the weaker only cast ever further down.
As it is.
My own hands are not bloodless in that, and so I will endeavor to help you break the wretched wheel if nothing else. It'll be amusing, no? And since Brigitte has fate's expectation and trust toward me.
Yet still they...
And now she would make merchants. You go home for a day, I'll give you your pay.
Huh?
Hey, that's all you wanted me to do today? You've exceeded expectations already. You've made the dog like you, something impossible for me.
See you.
Until next time, we'll be waiting, or at least the dog will.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
God, well, unlike the between arc sections, you hear that so much, so often.
Well then. Aye.
Everyone, would you care to join me? Sure, why not? Let's be off. I've heard tell that there are some drifters who occasionally show up on the road here. But wonder, maybe they're the people I've been looking for. Ranch Rat is so full of novelty. Still can't get used to all the clamor, though. In Halia, the town where I grew up, you could hear a pin drop by comparison. There was still the bustle of friendship and commerce, but... Master Leon, it couldn't be. I know that voice.
Rangif?
Rangif, is that truly you? You made it out safely. Young Master Leon, my goodness, look at how you've grown.
Hold on.
And yours?
Truth is...
He served House Haliatus. Haliatus? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But our house still stood. I never imagined I'd see him again, much less here. Rangif, this is Rion. He's a friend I've recently begun traveling with.
However...
Forgive me for saying time has not been kind to your frame, old friend. Are you eating well, and how are the others?
That's...
As the human attack, the survivors fled to the capital. No one could make a living among the ruins in Halia, much less restore it. Most arrived here with only the clothes on their back. Their livelihoods were destroyed, and without shelter from the rain, more than a few have faded away. Oh, let me help. Let me find you housing. I would if I had the means. All I have left of my nobility is in name alone. I'm so sorry. Your kindness is more than I can ask for, young master. I said you got your heart from your parents. The only reason we are alive here today is because your parents had us evacuate to the capital. You mean to say my parents instructed you to flee here? All the more reason then I have to help somehow.
Yeah.
Let's find a way to help. Oh, absolutely. I only wish I knew how. Who holds authority over the area you're staying in right now? An Ishkia Marquis, Lord Hydron.
I see.
Hydron. Marquis, you say? Sounds like I'll need to pay this Lord Hydron a visit. I'll see if I can negotiate the use of some vacant houses for all the Halia refugees to live in. I doubt my name alone is worth much in collateral. And Master, please, our war should not be yours to shoulder, but to bear their weight, old friend. On a fateful day 7 years ago, my parents acted to save as many as they could. I was just a boy lost in the panic. I wouldn't have escaped were it not for all of you.
Definitely.
In other words, I'm only standing here today because of your swift action, so let me do what I can to give you peace in this new life.
Sure, but...
To honor us, still I fear your plea may fall on deaf ears with Lord Hydron. Devoted as he would seem to the church, he has brushed me off before as backwater refuse. All the more reason I should speak with him myself if that's how he sees you.
Stroll.
Let's go have a word with him. What, you're coming too? Moving forward, we'll be in no shortage of trouble. I'd rather you not have to add my personal woes to that.
Well then.
Sure, I can find the time somewhere. If it's your way, I know better than to argue with you once your heart is set. Either way, it's reassuring to have you by my side. On behalf of both me and my house, you have my gratitude.
I feel more courageous when I'm with you.
And he got increased crit rate when fighting human-type monsters. Now my thanks as well, Sir Rio, and I have no doubt the young master is in capable hands. Why aren't you racist to me? You're a Clemar and we're an Elda. Please, enough with the young master thing. We need not stand on ceremony. I would have us meet Lord Hydron without delay, but the sun is going down. Return for now and meet with him another day. Recall you can. Yep. I'd like to visit, but I'm not sure where they are at the moment.
Ridiculous. God, I am Greek. What is it?
I'm not sure why there's 2 tolerance points for, like, leveling that up. We have hearing tales from a Mustari pagan, and we also have the working at the inn.
What do you want to do?
My thanks.
All right.
I don't think we have elegance wins options for a bit, too.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
then.
Alright, no one else is popping up.
What is it? Alright then.
Oh no, wait, there is an eloquence option! Let's split our time between eloquence and imagination. Why?
Idiot.
Come on!
For some reason, like, this is the only spot where you get yelled at for being an elder. And it's only in that one spot, and every time you, well, basically run past it. And you're in Grand Trad.
Hey!
Which is weird since you don't really have to run past it that often.
Now then.
Holy crap, I have 16. Bad. An Iron Abacus. Oh yeah, the others could use some of those.
Hello there.
Think he's changed up? Yeah, he hasn't. I guess we could pick this up if we wanted. I did in my previous playthrough, so...
Hey, listen! Excuse me?
Yep. Activist lady. Yes, you do have to pay her for eloquence.
It's gonna be tough. Happy to hear that.
I don't...
Take care.
Alright. Well then.
Think she's supposed to be a Nydia? I'm surprised Brigitte is still an option. What the heck?
What now?
Oh, gets us the slot for the merchant to increase the mag exchange rate. I do remember that like the higher tiers for her, like she'll start just sending you stuff whenever, like, you have a chance every day of her sending you stuff.
Now then.
His job is to walk. He's been itching to go out lately. Keeps making a fuss. Walking around the capital so it quiets down, gets the energy out of its system. If you see him coming in and out of here, so if you have no questions, then get to it. The dog out without anyone seeing and walked her around the capital. Seem to have taken a liking to you. I could hear from downstairs. Don't get it too excited. This is on you too, dog. Simple walk should be enough for you to let your guard down.
What?
That's what's cute about her. Cuteness is gonna stay alive in this world.
Hopeless.
I never liked this thing ever since the first time I laid eyes on it. I was on the side of the road, buried from the neck down, head bleeding too, probably hit by a rock at some point. I could have just given up and died, but looked into my eyes and whimpered. I hated the sight of it. It's a strong word. Why?
In those days.
I was once a stray myself. My earliest memories of fighting a dog over a scrap of meat covered in dirt and getting bitten for my trouble. Whenever I went, I found only hunger and violence, so I robbed and stole anything and everything. I fought and I survived.
It's a living hell.
It was hell.
Really?
I've never guessed to see who you are now. What am I doing talking to a child about this?
Just a fantasy.
Just like that dog, I let my guard down like a fool. Never mind, forget I said anything.
Sure.
Yes.
Good, and while we're on the subject, a word of advice.
Listen.
This world is a bottomless hell, a bog of endless muck, and if you trust another person to keep you afloat in it, you'll feel the sludge close over your head soon enough. To survive, you need the strength to make your way through the muck. Nobody can do it for you, and indeed, nobody else should. You need your own strength. I'd say that's well within your powers.
Therefore?
In addition, I'd like to provide one other reward. I'm sure you're aware that there's a man in town tasked with exchanging mag obtained from hunting monsters and the like. I'll put in a word with them so they're more flexible with you, not just here in Grand Trad, but across the kingdom. Consent to Brigida's attempt at kindness and trust.
No pain can stop me now.
Very nice.
Even then.
I shouldn't be the only one talking. You owe me some secrets of yours after all that. You just tried to kill Luis, did you not? Then I imagine you're aiming for the same thing. What are your true motives? What are you trying to do? I want to better this country. Your true motives, I said, though, well, I suppose it's not impossible you really do mean that. Can't tell what you're thinking at all, but I'll expose your true nature eventually.
I'm off.
That's all for today. Come by again when you can. I'm sure the dog will delight to see you.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Well then.
Man. I'm surprised we haven't actually hit one of the virtue gates.
Yeah.
Regards Lord Hydrin, the landowner in Grand Trad, my family's old caretaker, mentioned the other day. Notice he's clever, not in the good way. I'm lost about how to approach him.
Thanks a bunch.
Thank you. Just having you by my side would be reassuring. He's a devout sanctus, so we should look for him near the Grand Cathedral. I was told that Hydrin comes here often. Right on cue. If I'm not mistaken, you're the young Lord Stroll, are you not? It's an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Hydrin, but how do you know me? Every soul in the kingdom hasn't heard at least rumors of Hallia's tragedy. Perhaps you come to reflect and pray. Now I came to see you actually. I understand full well that this request may seem unreasonable, but...
Truth is...
I've come to beg the use of some of the vacant domiciles in the capital. As you know, my countrymen who fled Hallia reside here sleeping on the streets. Roofs over their heads, they barely scrape by, and so I implore you, please consider offering your support to these fine people. Are you implying I should do this as some matter of charity? Am I to be compensated in any way? Odd that you would petition me on their behalf to begin with. It's not as though they are still your responsibility. Besides, is poverty not an individual's onus to bear? They were attacked and forced to flee their homes. You would still hold them responsible for their lack of means? So fate was cruel to them, and they could not rise above it. Should they not hold themselves to a higher standard? I'm afraid I'm under no obligation here. Besides, what of your own circumstances with your parents and land gone? You have little else to anchor you. Get to restoring the glory of your house before you worry about the rabble. Right about one thing, I was full to ask for your aid.
What?
Oh wait, I should have done the other one. Not at all, I'm far from done. You see, don't I know your compatriot from somewhere? You need to worry about him. Besides, I must apologize for taking up your precious time today. Before I go, I would have you know that those refugees are my people. No matter your stance on it, I'll do everything in my power to save them. My good lad, I'm sure I must come across as rather harshly, but it's not as though I have no sympathy for you. Abandoned by your parents, shunned by your relations, you were left to the harsh truths of your royal capital too young. It's a pity.
Hang on.
You should choose your words more carefully.
Stop.
Let's not let our tempers get the best of us. This isn't over yet.
I'm sorry.
So sorry, Rangief wasn't able to persuade Lord Hydrin to offer assistance. It's always going to be a tall order, but he tossed aside, calling it personal responsibility, and that I couldn't abide. Please don't apologize that you went to so much effort. It's more than we could ask. Besides, you needn't worry about us, young master. Your focus should rest on rebuilding your great house.
Yes.
House Haliatus must rise again from the ruin that human wrought. Restored to its former glory, I should hope to greater heights still. I'd heard you've been living off generosity of the noble families who respected your lord parents. To be brought so low can't have been easy for you. Your people only wish to see your house flourish once again. With your inheritance, you should.
Wait.
Excuse my interruption, but did you just say inheritance? When the village was destroyed, I don't recall any mention of one. You're unaware of it. I suspected as much, given our conversation the other day. Your father would have kept it separate from the estate of this, I have no doubt. Oh, I couldn't begin to say how or where.
Taking that into account.
Interesting. Are there any clues that I'm sure they would all point to Halia?
Well then.
Sounds like an investigation is in order. Perhaps, though I doubt any survived the fire.
Hey.
Regardless, I'll make the journey back home on my own. Alright, I will not burn you with a wild goose chase.
No.
No, we'll do this together. I seriously doubt we'll find anything in that rubble. Listen, thank you for today. I would have lost it if you hadn't been here to keep me calm. I've avoided this for too long. It's time to face the ruins of my home head on. But I ask for your help yet again. I'm not sure I could take another step without you at my side. Yeah, totally. It is kind of weird how Stroll wouldn't, like, continue this quest line unless we specifically, like, came along with him. I know. Yep. For this, we have now unlocked.
Of course, I'd like you.
Sword Master. I do hope you find the inheritance your parents left you. All they'd hoped for was that you could come into your own with a worthy house. They'd be so proud of how wise beyond your years you've become. Your father especially, you're just like him in that respect. I'm not worthy to share mention of my father, but whatever the case, I intend to honor their wishes. Pray await my return. It's time for the Sanctus announcement.
What do you want to do?
My thing.
All right.
Oh, I've already ran out of stories from him.
Well then.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The announcement is soon.
The Fortin's grand announcement's coming tomorrow, is it? What's the proclamation is going to be anyway? Wonder if he's gonna thank us for what we did in the cathedral. You got a weird ass, like, I don't know, slide look going on there? No, hold your breath on that one. Ostensibly, the state army's getting all the credit for taking down that human after all. We shall know soon enough, so there's little point contemplating it further. Other than let's simply do what we can as we wait for events to unfold. Yep.
Unstinking believable.
Not that way.
Excuse me. I need a moment of... Gonna be tough. Happy to hear that. Take care.
All right.
Oh, we do get fairy dust every time we do this, so I guess that's worth the 250. Guess we could also do with a bit of tolerance as well.
It's time.
Say there.
What is it?
The way the Mustari gets treated, it's weird.
I see.
Like, their whole thing is supposed to be like they're being religiously, like, discriminated against.
Well. Alright.
But it's like...
Pleased to hear.
And that's, like, supposed to be the whole reason why we like them more than the Sanctus. But they also, like, practice human sacrifice, and later we prove that their religion is entirely wrong and unfounded. Like, we find out that they're literally, like, worshipping precursor bioweapons. So then it's like, and then not much comes of that. It's like, why isn't this a bigger deal? This feels weird. Today's Fortin's big announcement. Nobody's planning. Guess the church has to have some reaction to all the stuff the king said.
Whatever it is, Luis won't be able to just ignore
they're
it.
actually voicing this.
This might be a day that goes down in history.
Ladies and gents, lend me your ears. Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of His Royal Majesty.
So it really is His Majesty?
And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the greatest trust of the people by the day of decision shall be our new king. This is a historic moment, good citizens. It's revolutionary. It's unprecedented. No matter who you are, you can take the throne.
Anyone?
Even me?
If, and this is a big if, you are the person that all our people trust most in their hearts.
Maybe you could be king yourself, eh? You're popular enough.
Me? In charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs. Right, let's review what we know, shall we? First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running. We've worked out that much. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky. Suppose that way you can see their inspiring faces anytime.
Yeah, that's not terrifying.
Hold on. How's us common folk supposed to stand a chance against all these upper crusters?
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime target for assassination.
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty prepared for. Popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, are protected by royal magic. Assassinations off the table. Magic chains will spring to life and bind anyone who tries. I saw it happen with my own eyes to Count Luis's sorry assailant.
So, literally anyone could be king? Even a pauper? Or a slave? Or a criminal?
Hold on. You mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right, I've said my piece. You know all I know. Now go forth, ladies and gents, and spread the word! Whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown's within your grasp. Anyone in the land could be our next king.
I heard the announcement. The church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Had they rushed a coronation for His Eminence Forden, it would have dashed any hope of reinstating His Highness. A small comfort.
I can tell from your face there's some bad news too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alsace in place? It seems that too was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
That's not good.
No, 'tis not indeed. This marks Luis as nigh untouchable. I will still seek to find him. Yet, even should we stand before the man himself, we could not kill him.
No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break the curse?
What the hell was the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength. We appear to be at an impasse.
Everyone, have you seen Maria?
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't there. She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
I'll go look for her.
You will? Thank you. When I think of what might happen to her.
If she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason.
I wonder if she's capable of actually moving that left arm from hers from under her elbow.
Let's go search for her. If we head into town, we might find some clues.
Where?
You're kidding.
I know where she is. Over at the cathedral.
Ridiculous.
Stinking.
This is alright.
Hey, listen.
I'll think about it. I haven't actually picked up my magla from the face recently. You don't need to worry about, like, doing it every day. It still, like, counts it. All the stuff that's accumulated when you haven't. That was really weirdly. Oh, bye from you now.
Can we talk?
Thanks.
This is all right. How did I wind up here?
Hello there.
You know that little half-blood girl? Can't let a girl like that walk the streets alone. You're just asking for trouble. Just went inside. Wait, you let her pass? Why? My eyes looked. I'll not be the one to stop her now. She's been coming to pray for a while, no matter how many glares she gets.
Huh? Why?
Gotta love the dead stare she's got going on.
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray, and he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral is broken?
Didn't she say, Fabienne, say that she actually explained it to Maria?
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore, but I know Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again, hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Man, they really want you to look at the character portraits when people are talking, don't they? I just realized how, like, weirdly robotic her face animations are.
The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave? it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It's going to be all right. Don't worry.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
Ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. The prince told me that once.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right.
Ironically, it is going to go to who spills the most blood to do it.
But much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
Maria, you're safe. Oh, you had me worried sick.
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria. Yes, that's right.
Let's all sit down for some supper together.
Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
I guess it's his turn with the book.
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Let's think about it together.
Keeping me company, are you? You really are a strange one. My kind of strange, if I'm honest. That book, is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Want to read it?
If you don't mind, since we've finally some room to breathe. Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a Kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us. Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive. A problem with no lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse. Sleep should come easier now. I think I'll give it another chance. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
Even the MC finds his own book boring, I guess?
The age of the new king draws nearer.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne! Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win. Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch, or in it to win?
Stroll? Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
That attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it will be easy, and the real trick will be finding it. We wouldn't leave it unprotected.
That reminds me. A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels, but saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work, probably Forden himself.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry,
I think he's already lost it.
We're sunk. What are we supposed to do?
And then we need to take action. As an Eldon Monarchist, I think that gives us an advantage here.
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit, but it may well be our best chance at finding this formula.
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
Draining Luis's ranks will be dangerous. I doubt he'll be good as dead.
Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
I mean, aren't we the one who recommended it?
Of course I do.
No hesitation at all.
Right.
The words the prince spoke to me in our youth.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
Now that I think about it, it's kind of weird that neither Stroll nor Hulkenberg are, even brought up as options.
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
Yes. I've got a job to do.
Huh. Familiar words. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we are unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
This should be the place, right?
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
I've not heard of any age restrictions. There a problem?
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
Ah, an elder. Now that I think of it,
Weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out.
What? We got a deserter turning up? No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
Whew. That was a close one.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late. We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out.
But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on! There's nothing but small-time contracts here.
Are you not here for this tournament, then? It's slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals, too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme, a villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
Do you have any idea who that is? That man's an elite.
This world has leopard print?
He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin. You can be sure of that. Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
Stuck-up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Because man is the real monster.
Maybe this criminal has a really big head?
Come on, that's a stretch. And if he had a gigantic head, you'd think they'd mention it in the contract.
Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight? Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barton, a guard captain from Atira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his own, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
We would never laugh at such a plight.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man.
we'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure. Thank you all, and thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Martira, the old castle town. Please, make haste.
Oh, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
Way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
Send other people out to do it, cuz
I'll convince Hulkenberg.
the prince did not look like the fighting type.
You go on and accept the contract.
That's rich mere fledgling with no history or experience to speak of as king. The idea makes me sick to my stomach. The ideal leader of this country is a dignified man of great age, one with years of experience and yet upstart school children like you in the East dare too. The matters you won't be able to fight much longer, so struggle as you like. We have to give you the eulogy at your funeral. Alice is a candidate too.
Hey!
I'm sure you can handle that, but we can't be held liable if you get yourself killed out there. One all right, either that or you're just green at Martira. You can probably get more information there.
Let's focus.
Let's call it.
Okay, we got the contract. Let's head back to the inn for now.
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
You don't sound too sure about that.
Oh, no, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so...
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order. Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
It was not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight.
The ceremony for the tournament is tomorrow. Should probably stay inside and rest for the day. Yeah, we're not allowed to go out and do stuff.
Good night. Can I come in?
Time for more book reading.
What's wrong?
Well, you're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So, I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
Oh, it's all right. You don't have to worry.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again. Can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
This starts up the
I never
stuff
got a
for
chance to say this to
her.
Papa.
Well, like follower stuff.
So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now, you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
Don't worry about it.
'Tis kind of you to say. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
When you count me thrown out?
Remember your stunt getting me flung in the waist.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. Ah, you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two? So, it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, 'tis not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream 'tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Juna!
Lady Juna!
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand. Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Faraway sky, blue and white. Faraway sky so clear.
Where the heck is the chorus being sung from? He sung for 20 seconds. That's enough for a standing ovation.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78th Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden! Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still.
Only 2 that we know of.
The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
All right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power! Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war,
remember
by
Roger
conquest,
Ward.
by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting
The
beautiful,
hippie.
opposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow,
God, that guy's right out of the 70s.
this? I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Yeah, because those guys actually have a chance.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Found you, behave!
Well, there's our ride.
Land runner? It's quick! Wait!
Why do you say land runner? They're called gauntlet runners.
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What hell? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral!
Oh yeah, that thing would take down that giant-ass cathedral. Mm-hmm.
Feckless, shameless old fool!
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all. Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people.
Yes, having enough entrants that can only fit on both hands and both feet, if you count, well, counting fingers and toes.
We must take to the road.
Come on!
I think there would be more rich jackasses who would be trying to enter in some manner.
So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
Oh, we got popular out of that. Standing out more than I expected. I've gained a lot of interest, but I only consider this a part of my mission to aid the prince.
Just a sec.
What is this thing? Is this our carriage? Well, I just run her along the main road then? The others seem to be doing as much. Which is crazy as this runner. Take that as a compliment, little lady. Now, let's out some coordinates for a little test run. What is happening right now? I want to go to a place called Mertira, Old Castletown, I think. Should be a way south. Down to Mertira, eh? On this cross legs, oh, it's about 4 days, 3 nights about. 4 days and 3 nights? That's a great deal faster than a carriage, and surely the roads will be safer at this kind of speed. Bolly good! And now, cinch those britches, chaps. Full steam ahead to Mertira, Old Castletown.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
Why do you look so pissed about it?
With the driver. Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Ha! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything. He was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable. Nioras? Are you there? I'm coming in.
I think you're already in. What does hammering like that do?
Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
Too much to do.
As always. To business then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions, no time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But, pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it. Off with you now. Leave me be.
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God.
Did really turning on the lights be what you need to see that giant ass thing? I think you failed a spot check there, Hulk.
Runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Nioras, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it?
I mean, aren't they usually?
Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders? You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer, butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady. But leave the Balliol runner alone.
Look, this runner... it is fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate, for both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where, last I heard. So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay his mercy.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world.
I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I think we can count on him.
If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
I mean, what was your plan if we were going to work with him? Let the guy know, leave the guy like loose and hanging that knows about the prince being alive, just to wander?
Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brilehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
I think it's a perfect idea.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Like, not like we have any thoughts in our head.
The bounty's Heisme, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet... 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh, no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
So yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier, where like travel time isn't wasted time.
Oh yeah?
Gotta find the downstairs.
This?
Oh, it makes this thing run. First time I got the runner, eh? scare me. Looks like the pipe's in here too. All a runner phone, this one in every room. Now, I believe I heard you speculating the old girl's inner workings. Gauntlet runners use magma crystals as fuel to run, you see. Used to be you take your life in your hands when you travel the wilds. Now, then, thanks to the kingdom's greatest minds, the Gauntlet Runner was born. The runner's actual legs are based on the colossal beasts, made up for zero momentum loss even on the roughest terrain. Among other things, I modified the craft with a bit more zip and speed, another step closer to my dream. What dream? Long story, my girl. Best told to a copter volumes with no plan for the next few days and nights. Never mind then, maybe some other time. Anyway, still plenty about the old girl. That's a work in progress, but by the time I'm done, she'll have some new tricks you just watch. Kinda, not really. It'll be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark, and the old girl needs a rest as much as we do. Yep. So yeah, we can spend time doing stuff to increase royal virtues while on the road. And sometimes we even have, like, social events, too, with our social link events with our characters. What's this one? Generation 1.
Actually?
So many things in this world which very simply I don't understand.
Now we're talking.
What?
Well, I want to go on another journey when I'm free to do what I want.
That's right.
Yep.
And learning about life by exploring new places, that's what I want. Guess that's how we increase our imagination. Teaching me and telling me things is great. Not really all that knowledgeable though. If that's how you feel though, I'll gladly take every insight I have. With everything we've been through recently, I've realized that knowledge is an invaluable asset. I want to keep experiencing new wonders, so let's never stop learning. Actually kind of went off in a unique direction. Let's keep reading for a bit. Perhaps a new world, if a place other than this really exists, really like to visit someday.
All right.
4 points. You're staring at me for Kiba, huh? Why are you in hand lick mode so much, Kiba?
Arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Night, the vast wilderness outside town is in constant darkness. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart Gauntlet Runner. Basically, at nighttime, you have more free time. Like, he's got some imagination.
All right then.
This Hulkenberg. Huh, alright.
Hey. Now then.
Next up is Martira. Feels like just yesterday when I first arrived in the royal capital. So much has happened in such a short span of time. Met you, went over to the northern forest, and awakened a mysterious power. I once thought magic like this only exists in heroic tales of times long past. I wish I'd been thinking that perhaps this is the same power that hero kings once used. If that's the case, then why do you think so many of them met miserable ends?
What's that about?
Maybe they lacked allies. I see. Try as they might, even the strongest king wouldn't be able to establish a country by himself. It's not a matter of how much power you have, but how you would choose to wield it. Or we've got more than one power at our disposal, and on top of that, we've got allies who share these abilities as well. If we can master these archetypes, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to surpass the great old hero kings of old. Well, this does make me wonder just how many more of these powers are still out there.
All right.
Ooh, one more and we should be able to level it.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning.
True.
Better than I feared, considering how tiny they are, but I got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do number on this runner? My boy, remember to maintain this rugged girl. Now, a grain of sand can fit between our seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow. Runners really are neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to go through the desert this fast, but just keep an eye on the road, okay, Nearest? You could actually boost courage, although, as I recall, courage isn't something you need to worry about too heavily until later. Some more imagination.
What's that? Oh.
Right. Now then.
Oh, really? I didn't get it right, apparently, so I guess we gotta go back. My hand really that tasty, Kiba.
Coming now, as though themselves snared.
Oh, I remember this egg.
Surrounding the tree.
First, this is going to make my reload a bit awkward.
That's
just the leaves, as though the whole area's been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a great tree located somewhere within the country whose colors shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. Like, would a tree foretell the future, and how does a plant grow that's huge in the middle of the desert? Not sure if this explains it, but I'm sensing an incredible amount of magla in the air here. Your hypothesis is correct. That would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off of magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. Nearest pulls a sheet of paper and a brush from his pocket and begins to draw the landscape in front of him. How, Norris? How did you get so good at drawing? Oh, my boy. Meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it. I'm finished here. Take it as a keepsake. Are you sure I can have this? Yes, yes, of course. I've already committed it all to the safety of my mind. I have no need for the sketch itself anymore. This is what we need for Maria's social link. Receive Norris research picture. The drawing is intricately detailed and could accurately convey the full majesty of this place to a viewer who had never been here.
Hey there.
Hey, don't want to give this to Maria, see? I bet she'd love to see something from our journey. We could tell her a story about this place. Next time we're in Grand Tread, I should give this drawing to Maria. Huh, magical organism in the form of a tree. There are fairies in the same classifications? Precisely. Gallica is the most precious treasures. Well, I've been observing her very closely, which has given me great insight into my own research into flight. Wait, you've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking, so knock it off.
However,
turn our attention back to the tree. I've heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable developments. I wonder what manner of anomaly its currently colored portends. Take a brief detour, but I feel that seeing this rare sight is broadening my wisdom. Right. Yeah, every time you find one of these, you always get a wisdom boost.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders. As darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself, monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Yeah. You can actually gather insects from the fire. These are actually used for cooking. As I recall, for some rare ones too.
What now?
Up first.
Hey. Now then, speaking of. What?
All right.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I just realized what time it is.
Good morning.
What's that?
This again.
Now then.
That time it gets us 4. Got it.
Imagination. Why?
Coming now into view, one as
The prophecy tree.
Hey there!
All right.
the Gauntlet Runner Martha.
Yep.
Okay, now we're all caught up. We're gonna be calling it here then. Tomorrow we shall reach Matira, and we will, well, see what we're dealing with the villainous Heimse. Thank y'all for coming on up, and I'll see you again next time.